Before there was a garden, before there was a serpent, before humanity took its first breath, sin already existed. It did not begin in Eden. It began in heaven. In the courts of eternity, before time had a name, God created three mighty archangels. Michael, commander of heaven's armies, the warrior who would defend God's throne. Gabriel, the messenger, the voice who would carry divine words to kings and prophets. And Lucifer, the morning star. Lucifer's purpose was different. His calling was worship itself. Scripture hints that his very body was made out of musical instruments, fashioned with timbrels and pipes, jewels and light woven into his being. When he moved, music moved with him. When he lifted his voice, heaven itself would tremble with praise. He was radiant, not monstrous, not dark, but breathtaking. Perfect in beauty, flawless in wisdom, dazzling among the hosts of heaven. But somewhere in eternity, something shifted. Isaiah 14 gives us a glimpse into the moment it all changed. Lucifer, once content to reflect the glory of the one who made him, somehow caught a glimpse of his beauty. And the first sin in all creation was born. Pride. It began with a whisper in his heart. I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. The worshipper wanted to be worshipped. The reflection wanted to be the source. The created wanted to be the creator. And pride birthed a second sin, rebellion. Lucifer's desire for the throne did not stay buried in his heart. It spread, subtle at first, then unstoppable. Whispers turned to words. Words turned to war. He began to persuade others, angels who once worshipped beside him, that they too could rule. That heaven did not need one throne, but many. That the Almighty's authority was not unshakable. And so, rebellion ignited. War erupted in heaven. The first war in all creation. Not fought with swords of iron, but with wills of glory. And Lucifer did not stand alone. A third of the heavenly host rose with him, their loyalty twisted by pride. Wings clashed against wings. Light collided with light. Creation itself trembled as the morning star, now darkened, hurled himself against the throne he once worshipped. And at the center of it all, Michael, commander of heaven's armies, drew his sword. Heaven's forces met the rebellion head-on, and the courts of eternity became a battlefield. But no power could overthrow the Almighty. The one who once led worship now led a war, and lost. Jesus would later describe the moment in a single sentence. I saw Satan fall from heaven like lightning. Once the brightest of heaven's host, Lucifer was cast down, not gently, not gradually, but violently. The enemy of God had been born, the accuser, the deceiver, the dragon, whose tail swept a third of the stars from the sky. And yet, this is the tragedy. Lucifer was not created evil. He was created beautiful, brilliant, majestic, a masterpiece of light and music. But pride corrupted what was perfect, and rebellion turned glory into ruin. And if you look closely, this isn't just his story, it's ours. Because that same whisper still echoes in every human heart. I deserve the throne. I will do it my way. I will be my own God. The fall of Lucifer isn't just ancient history. It's a mirror held up to creation itself. It shows us the cost of worshipping ourselves, the danger of mistaking the reflection for the source, the ruin that follows when the created forgets the creator. The first sin was not in a garden. It was in heaven. And it did not begin with a bite of fruit, but with a single defiant thought. I will.